Do, do, do. Do, do, do. All right. Something I haven't done in a little bit is top-down analysis. So let's go ahead and do that. So NQ currently having a little bit of a change of character here, ironically, right where I entered. So this daily fair value gap is going to be an interesting one to see if we hold this as an inverse or sorry, if we break through as an inverse or if we hold it. I think that if I were a betting man, which really I am, I would bet that, let me clean this up. Get rid of this for a second and this. I would guess that we are coming right for this fair value gap. And the reason is because if I draw Fibonacci, that is right in the premium zone. So, where am I doing this? Fib retrace. So I'd expect price to do something like this if we're going to go back up. Obviously, this is not set up on price action. This, you know, when you're looking at the daily chart of an indice or an index or ETF, you're definitely working with fundamentals as well. So we would probably need to go down, have rate cuts, and then push back up, or have better cuts than we were maybe expecting and then push back up. But I think that from a technical level, price wants to revisit this fair value gap. And I got stopped out of NQ. But price wants to revisit this fair value gap right below 19,000. That is my guess. So then I drop down to the hourly chart, and we have some fair value gaps on the hourly that will intersect with this. Oops, wrong one. That will intersect with this daily fair value gap. So right here. And right here. Mark this as a daily. Okay. So, and then we drop down to the 15 and wait. Right now, 15 is a failed 2-down. That is how you get stopped out when you trade strat. Also, you get stopped out if your entry candle, for me, that was the 5-minute. If your entry candle goes outside, that's a statistical loss. So, starting off with a statistical loss. Good morning, Powell. Are you trading on TV? I assume that's TradingView, and no, I don't trade on TradingView. And the reason is because I did it maybe a year and a half ago, and it just had lag. It wasn't horrific lag, but it was certainly a couple seconds between my entry and exits. So I just trade straight on Tradeovate or Top Step X. Oops, probably don't want to do that. Okay, so that is NQ marked up. Let's do the same for gold here. Nothing extremely attractive on gold on the daily. Pull up the hourly, which is really where I want to start. Probably looking like a bullish bias on gold, higher time frame. I could even throw out a 10-point trade right now, and it would probably be looking at 2R. And I'm tempted to do such. We'll see. I'll wait for another 5-minute trigger. But gold's certainly looking a little bit long. Oil. I think there's crude oil today. Crude oil news. No, that's tomorrow. Wednesdays. We do have consumer confidence coming out at 10 o'clock and Richmond Manufacturing Index. So 7.5 minutes for that. Should be everything. Getting caught up on the swings now. I still am in NVIDIA. Those contracts are down to $4 from the mid twos. So still plenty of profit. I'm just swinging profits through earnings just in case this thing does balloon up into the 150s, and then I'll hold one all the way up to expiration to get the full $10 spread. So that's my plan of attack there for NVIDIA. I think we are in the clear to start looking for swings as far as the technical level goes. So I'm in NQ longs, 41.75, 50 points. It's a little bit extended here, playing the breakout. And back-to-back outside bars. So obviously I'm not looking to hold this through consumer confidence unless I can get my half-hour trim and then go break even. $66.75 is the break even spot. Actually, once this goes 2 up, I'll go break even if this 1 minute goes 2 up. Bouncing off a fair value gap, I'd like to see that be taken out above the 50s as well. So stops are up to 31 right now. Finger is on the X button. YouTube chat. Good morning, Deontay. Good morning, Alpha. Morning, morning. This won't count for anything, but taking a partial at 10 points. It'll count as break even if it goes break even. I am pulling stops up to break even. Morning clips. Got the 212 up, got the 322 in my favor. See if it reaches into this 15-minute fair value gap. 25 points hit. What did this end up doing? Okay. Stop loss hard break even on NQ. I want to get in gold. I just don't know if it's the wisest decision before that consumer confidence number comes out. Assuming I got stopped. No, there it is. Stopped out at NQ. Two minutes till news. So if you need to go make a bagel or go to the bathroom, whatever you need, got plenty of time before this news. Okay, news came out. Says the numbers are still pending on Forex Factory. Oh, nope. Consumer confidence came in hotter or higher, and so did Richmond. Richmond, obviously, orange folder, so a little less impact, but consumer confidence being higher means the currency, it's better for currency, so it's worse for indexes. So we'll see what that means here on a technical level. We are 3-bar on the 15. I have a buy stop on ES at 31.50, planning for 7-point stop, 7.5-point stop. But in the same sense, I am looking short on NQ. So I'm only interested long ES if it can get back and force. And I'm interested short NQ, especially under these 50s. I'm canceling ES. I'm going short NQ 34.25. It's going to be 40-point stop. Couple seconds for this 5-minute inside bar to finish up. If NQ gets back above 50s and holds, that is nail in the coffin for that trade idea. Kind of split across the board right now, and as far as the Mag 7 goes, but it looks more failing than it does pushing higher. Apple failing yesterday's highs, Tesla pushing down, Amazon pushing down, Nvidia pushing down. Microsoft hasn't even pushed up yet. I have a 1R trade sitting at 26. This is a pretty cheap trade, meaning my stops are just 40 points away. But if this breaks through these lows, we're looking at 100 plus points. So 40 points to make 100 plus. Oil failing out now. Looking like back-to-back inside bars so far on NQ. I'm okay if I get stopped out. I just want to be stopped out if it's going to go somewhere, because then I'll just flip. But so far, the 15 on NQ looks like a liquidity sweep to me. Back-to-back inside bars on NQ. Usually not my favorite thing. Looking long gold. Buy stop at 49.1 on gold. Stopped out NQ. Still not convinced about a long here out of NQ. Filled on gold longs. About a minute and a half until anything happens here. 2.5 points taken on on gold. I am still very much leaning short right now on gold or on NQ. This 15-minute fair value gap is the main reason why. And we are very much rejecting it. Taking it short, 70.75, 20 points. Or sorry, 25 points. I'm going to throw a 1R on a 2-2 reversal in the 1 minute. Filled on the 1Rs. Stops on an outside bar. Gold kind of leaving me, helping me with some floating profits. There we go. There's 1R hit, half R on the main. That took some conviction. That took some conviction. Got the 2-2 rev on the 5. stopped out NQ, the rest break even. All right, happy with that trade. Down about 1.5, 1.25 R on the 1 hour account. But floating 0.75 R. Apple's looking strong. It's really the only one that looks super strong out of those. Interested in oil shorts. Let me peek at its higher time frames. Yeah, I'm probably okay taking any shorts. Big fair value gap here, but it's about 70 points wide. Looking to get into CL shorts. Trailing my sell stop order, sitting at just filled 76.34, 50 points, 50 ticks. 212 down is the trigger there. you. Junaid put Posh. Jesse, can you please explain why you shorted the last time on NQ? Just wanted to learn. I lost on both NQ trades, but not worried about the losses. Just want to learn. Well, I won my last NQ short. So I'm not sure which one that was on, but it was probably, I don't know. You can actually rewind because you're on the YouTube stream. So I would rewind and listen to the commentary. That's why I do these things, so that you can actually, instead of me thinking hindsight, like, you know, what would I have thought here, you can actually just rewind and, you know, look at when I typed my alert, and then it should be within 1 minute of that is when I entered. I lost on 2 NQ shorts. Sorry, I lost. I won an NQ. I lost an NQ short. I won an NQ long. I lost an NQ short. That one was at 10:04, so it was in this period here. And I was just expecting the 2-2 rev down in this area. Real close to my 1R trim on gold. It's 212 up now. Oh yeah, yep, we'll do, yeah. Yeah, it's not that I, like, well, because I just told you why I probably shorted. That's why I responded the way I did. Like, you know, I can tell you what I probably saw, but you can rewind and without a shadow of a doubt know exactly why I entered this. And sometimes I don't give the full commentary, especially if things are, you know, moving quickly. I'll just say I entered and exited. But here it was looking more like, I think I got in exactly here at 10:03 on this 2-2 rev down that looked like it wanted this break of structure fair value gap, and a break of structure right here. I think that's where I entered, if I'm correct. Yeah, 34.25. So I got down pretty close down here. And then we just consolidated out of it. Obviously the short was wrong. So for what that's worth. And then also the 5 minute would have triggered if that break of structure would have gone another 2 points. So I was just a couple points early and it cost me. But half our hit on CL. Still not loving the longs yet. I think we're going to come into this, you know, we might go another 40 points, but then reject. That's what I'm expecting. I think we're probably doing this number here. And ES is barely holding that fair value gap anyway. I'm break even on gold and oil. I am tempted to go long Apple. Bill, aka West Coast guy, do you find you like to short more or long more often? I don't really know the answer to that. I really truly just play whatever's in front of me. It's kind of how I roll. So I don't know if I really have a bias. I do find that I make more money short, probably because when the market is selling off, there's a lot of scared money out there, so people just continue to sell. So I probably prefer to be short. Um, but trust me, I'm great at catching tops and bottoms, so it doesn't really matter to me. I do find that I probably catch more tops than I do bottoms, but looks like Nvidia back up to $5 a pop. Nvidia entry was 2.6. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be going long here. You're going long right into a big fat order block. And while it could break out of this, I don't think it's going to. I would be surprised if it breaks through the 700s. And I could be completely wrong and miss out on 100 plus points, but, you know, yesterday I caught 200 plus. Today I'm floating around break even. So I like my chances of my gut feeling, thinking that this fair value gap's probably holding. And if not this one, then the one right above 700s. Stopped out oil. I am going long Nike in some sort right now. Pulling up the options chain. I looked at it yesterday. I liked it yesterday. Looks like it's breaking out again tonight. I am probably going to spread this between October 90s and 100s. So selling the 90 or selling the 100s, buying the 90s. October 18th. Yeah, that's tight enough. So I'm going to try to limit in at 1.72. Oop, not 172. No, thank you. 1.74. It's you guys are pumping it up. Nike 10. What was that? 16? 10, 18. 90, 100 call. 1.74. Limit out. Boom. And I'm going to probably do the same thing for Apple. AAPL. October. These are at 227, so I'm probably looking at the 240s. So I could do a 240, 250 spread. Those are both very optionable. Yeah. 2.10 limit. No fill, really. Okay. I get stopped out of. Nope, didn't get stopped out of gold. I still want to short and queue. Short this thing to the ground. I have a sell stop on oil 76.15 for 50 ticks. Sure, that just got filled, so sale short 76.15, 50 ticks. Oh, shoot. Oh, it is 15. Nice. Okay. Out of this breakage structure for value gap, 5 minute 2-2 rev. Looking for the 2-2-2 continuation on the 15, but we are continuing to break down into that hourly for value gap. You are buying the lower number and selling the higher price, unlike a put credit spread, right? Correct. Correct. Yes. It doesn't matter if it's a put. Well, I guess a put credit spread is bullish, right? A call debit spread is also bullish. So, um, correct. So for a debit spread, you're buying the closer in the money and you're selling the further out of the money. So for the where am I at? Trying to find my strikes because I just did two options swings. I think it was 90, 100. Yeah. So you're buying, if you're doing a 90, 100 call debit spread, you are buying the 90 and you are selling the 100 call. And then same thing for Apple. You are buying the 240 and you're selling the 250. And so your max profit is the difference between the strikes times 100. So it'd be 10 times 100, so $1,000. That's your max profit. So I got in, or I'm limited in at, oh, no, I got an Apple. Didn't get a Nike yet. But I limited in on 1.74, so my max profit's $10. So for NVIDIA, right, NVIDIA is a 120, 130 call. If this expired right now today, I would be $7.80 in the money on the long option, and then my call would be worthless. And so I would buy that back at $0, and I would sell for $7.80 if it expired right now. And so right now my contract's undervalued. It's at $5.16 right now. And so if by that is on September 20th, so if by September 20th we are over 130, then that contract will expire at $10. Okay, so I should be have not gotten my half-hour trim on oil. That's hateful. And gold's still just farting around doing nothing. I'm moving stops break even on oil. Actually, one tick above break even. How has this not filled? What in the world? Okay, cancel. Okay, filled on Nike 1.77. Pretty sure. Yep, 1.77 and 2.10 on Apple. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Mario? Well, number one, it gets cheaper. Um, correct, but this option is over a month out until expiration, and so if there is a downside move at all for a couple weeks, a week or two, the further out of the money strike um will be a little bit more beneficial. I prefer to do spreads on swings um when when it's option like when the options chain lets me. Like right now, if I'm looking at the options chain for Nike, like if I'm looking at the put side, there's no way I can do a spread. There, 20 volume, 18 volume. There's just no way I could do that with good liquidity, more than likely, unless there's like resting orders sitting there. But yeah, I prefer to spread it out because I'm really very rarely going to hold past, for Nike, filled at 1.77. It's a $10 spread. So my max profit is $1,000. I spent 177. So, um, my net max profit would be 823, which is what, like 500%. I'm very rarely going to hold past a couple 100%. And so the downside protection with that further out of the money spread, selling that to get a credit, um, your upside is not really capped because most people aren't going to hold past, even 300%. I'm only like on Nvidia, I only have a runner for earnings, and that's only hit 100%. So there's no world where I'm really going to be holding multiple past 500%. And so the benefit of having the credit from the further out of the money spread helps my downside because let's say that Nike goes down 10% tomorrow. My debit spread is probably going to, just random numbers, my debit spread would be down 30%, while for if I just bought the 90 call, it's probably down 45%. So you're gonna see less drawdown with the debit spread, generally speaking. I have. So the only time I'll really do a credit spread is if I have an idea on the direction, but I want to get in on the theta aspect of the credit spread. So I would do a put credit spread. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. The credit spreads also are not as you'll get a little bit more profit on the debit spreads from what I've had experience with. It's been a long time since I've sold a credit spread, but I do remember the debit spreads were moving when price moved in your favor, which obviously we're trying to get a good entry and have price move immediately. So when that happens, the debit spreads will be a little bit more beneficial and also uses less margin because when you're putting up a credit spread, you have to put up the whole margin. So here on Nike, if I did a put credit spread that was 10 strikes wide, I would have to put up and lock up $1,000 of margin minus the credit per contract. Um, okay, gold still working its way on back. Oh, stopped out break even on seal. I'm looking at a 3-2 down here on NQ. Got a sell stop 31.25 for 25 points. If this breaks up above the 3 bar, I'll obviously cancel my order. All right, canceled. I have a buy stop at 64.75 for 20 points. 64.75. All right, canceled that order. I have a sell stop at 30. Last minute on this 5-minute candle. Gold still sideways. This might not trigger. All right, canceling that sell stop order. This is clearly not going to go down right now. Alrighty. Well, that is going to end it for me. Got into Apple and Nike swing calls. Ending floating pretty much break even on the day for futures. So yesterday was pretty good. Today, kind of sideways, down, up, or down, break even. And then nothing on the options day trades because I haven't been able to find a clear trend yet on. I've been trying to short this, to be frank. Stopped out at gold. So I am all flat on everything, except obviously swings. Alrighty. So, as always, if you guys need anything, feel free to reach out. If you're going to keep trading, use stop losses. Don't play your account one trade. That's silly. If you want to join the Expo Fantasy Football League, shoot me a DM. I'm going to be sending out those invites here probably in the next couple days. So, just a casual league, no buy-in. Maybe we'll send out a t-shirt or sweatshirt or something like that for the prize. Are you serious? Yeah. You're good. No, no need to apologize. Yeah, it's been an off topic, so you might not have seen it. Yeah. Then YouTube, if you guys are interested, shoot me a DM. What do you mean? Yeah, just like a redraft league. We'll draft probably this weekend, I would guess, and then NFL starts next Thursday. Yeah, just you're gonna draft for your team, your one team. It's not like March Madness, if that's what you mean. Oh yeah, yeah. We'll get all the players. We'll have like however many people sign up, 10 or 12 teams of people, but each team is ran by one person. Yeah. So a couple people are sending me DMs. I'll get the league going. Yeah, you can be in if you want to. I will make it and send out the invites. Alrighty, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.